What's up, everybody? Nothing is going right today at all, so I'm gonna try to do this thing. Got a extra day of creating a little bit of content. I've got the screen on the news, so if anything important comes up, I'm gonna pull up the audio. We're gonna listen to a little bit of it. Normally, when I prepare to do a podcast, I have some notes with me, and this past week it's been so hectic. I haven't been able to get any notes done, and really, I already know what I want to talk about today anyway. A few things that I think are newsworthy, and you probably already heard anyway. We're gonna talk a little bit about the immigration enforcement situation. We're going to talk about a little bit of sports. As you see, I got on the Toyota NFL sponsorship hat. I don't, in any form of fashion, endorse the NFL. I don't. It's a woke, pathetic, ran league. I do support many of the players. Uh, they don't give a damn about it, the league's politics. They just go out there to do what they do what they specialize in, and go home to the family. And that's the most important thing. Um, it's easy to talk about the Super Bowl. You know, you got the matchup between the Seahawks and the Patriots. And just a side note, that's in my mind is crazy. Cause growing up, and I don't know when this changed, but the Seahawks has always been an AFC team, American Football Conference team, and but pretty much the Seahawks and the Patriots in the same league. And I guess doing expansion, pretty much like Major League Baseball when they did expansion. I think the Milwaukee Bucks, not Milwaukee Bucks, that's basketball. The Milwaukee Brewers, being and I forget what it is in baseball, but National League, and American League, I think it is. I don't know. They were always with the opposite of the Braves, and I think doing expansion, Milwaukee is now a National League team, American League, National League, I think it is, and same in football. I think when expansion came, uh, Seattle Seahawks ended up being AFL to the NFL side of the spectrum. So that's something I gotta. I don't know. I could live another 50 years and probably still be the same in my mind. But this is what I want to talk about with football, and I'm gonna touch on a little bit of NFL, a little bit of college. Then I'm gonna be done with it. Then I'm gonna get to some more important things. So, with the Super Bowl, which I will not be watching, and I want to so bad because you got so many Alabama former players that's gonna be in the Super Bowl. But when when you have woke leadership, and they're gonna press this Bad Bunny thing upon us, and I think the pregame is some ridiculous group, conservative hating group too, and I'm like, I can't stay true to who I am and watch this. I just can't. I support these, not only Alabama players, but everybody who's playing the game. I support them cold-heartedly. I support them, but I cannot support this league, and I will not support the Super Bowl at all. Secondly, I learned yesterday that Shedeur Sanders, the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, I think started 3 or 4 games. I want to say it's been nothing but controversy the whole year. because of who his father is, where he come from, and he's not a good quarterback. He's not the worst, but he's not a. The two guys, if you watch the Super Bowl, the two guys who are quarterbacking in the Super Bowl, the four guys who quarterbacked the NFC and AFC championships, those are quarterbacks. But this guy made the Pro Bowl. And I thought to myself, is that just as egregious as that LeBron James Jr., who I think that's his name, uh, getting selected by the LA Lakers? Which one is worse? I don't know. But it shows you that don't matter how much money you have, mental illness is rampant. Now you ask, how's mental illness got anything to do with this? Let's be real. Shador Sanders is not a Pro Bowl. Not yesterday, not today, not tomorrow. Shador Sanders should have never had his jersey retired at Colorado. Now, the other guy, I don't think he should have, but you can make a case. Shador Sanders, no. No, no, no. And now this guy's in the Pro Bowl, selected to the Pro Bowl. I don't get it. That was I guess one of the most shocking things I heard yesterday. Um, College wise, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. What is going on with college athletics? And today, I just read something a few minutes ago about um, should there be a union? And then you got a lot of people who are in unions, like I think the Teamsters or the Amazon workers or UPS or FedEx or somebody was like, "Are y'all crazy? First of all, these are college kids. They ain't gonna be you're gonna be in college for 4 years. You're gonna play sports for 4 years. Now they're trying to make it 9 years. But to unionize, that's ridiculous. And listen, I don't know enough to be on either side of it. I do know this, and forget about the money. The state of college athletics, as we speak, is no different than the Democratic Party. It's in a state of chaos, unrule, evil practices. Everybody's out for that buck, but nobody stops to think, you know, are these kids getting hurt? So I, I, I don't know. College athletics, it's not good right now. And I saw a clip of when Omar, the representative for Minneapolis, was doing a town hall. Some guy stood up and sprayed him out of a syringe. And, my first reaction was, wow, you know, these people are turning on their own because, no conservative would have done that. No conservative would do that. No, none would do that. So as I'm watching this, I'm like, everybody's like, man, that's a stage. This was a Jesse Smollett. What's that cocksucker? The race car driver, Bubba Wallace. That's a Bubba Wallace. And people, don't forget it now. People from Alabama, don't forget about Bubba Wallace. Don't let all this other crap consume your mind and you forget Bubba Wallace is a piece of shit. When he first came out and everybody, we want him to win Talladega. We want him to win the NASCAR chase. This is a piece of shit. Bubba Wallace is a piece of shit. And that one stunt he pulled. And then, listen, I didn't watch it, but they paraded him around almost. That was, let me slow down. They paraded him around some kind of BLM march or whatever it was. Bullshit. That was just about as egregious as I saw these lawmakers with masks on, putting African garments on and kneeling to niggas. I'm telling you, boy, mental illness, it don't matter how much money you got. It don't matter what part of the earth you come from. Mental illness in today's world is a direct reflection, a direct consequence of people or individuals closing the mental institutions down years ago. Because all of these people need to be in a mental institution, not on the street, not in Congress, not nowhere in society. And this is a direct consequence of those actions. People closing them institutions down. Now you got millions of people just walk around getting on the internet saying crap, doing crap, burning shit down, marching and protesting. I don't think I'm I don't think I'm out of the ordinary. I think I'm just an ordinary dude. I get up every morning, eat me some breakfast, watch a little TV, get prepared for the day, go to work, come home, I unwind, watch Bonanza, watch Perry Mason, watch Leave the Beaver, and I go to bed. And I repeat that. And the people I see on a normal basis, they have routines they do themselves. I don't see anybody out there protesting. I don't see anybody out there marching, raising hell, fighting in the street. And I think we're normal folks. The kids go to school, the adults go to work, and we'll repeat that cycle, and we'll repeat it next week, and we'll repeat it the week after that, we'll repeat it the next month. And that's a normal life. And if you don't have a normal job, if you or an entertainment business, a sports business, whatever, you do what you do, you have a routine, you go about your business, you do what you need to do, and you go home and unwind, you spend time with your family, and you repeat it the next day, or you go the opposite direction the next day. But you ain't out there in the streets fighting and hell raising. Where do these people come from? Don't know. Don't know. But I guess as I rant and raved over that, I guess I can get into the ICE situation. Um, and as you know, they done President Trump pulled the Border Patrol chief out of Minnesota, sent him back to California. I think that was a smart move. He put Tom Homan in Minnesota to negotiate a few things. This is my problem with that. I want y'all to listen to me. I don't condone any wrong behavior by anybody. I don't. But I want y'all to listen to me. The many, many, many conservative-minded people that has been put in prison, killed, Charlie Kirk, put in prison, praying in front of an abortion clinic, attempted assassination, President Trump. These people rejoiced, all of that. When you had and I just know of one black one, might have been many more, that sent to prison, federal prison, for praying in front of an abortion clinic, they rejoiced that. The assassination and assassination attempts, they rejoiced all of that. They rejoiced all of that. I don't remember seeing any conservatives marching, burning down nothing, fighting. I don't remember seeing any of that. But you got two agitators in Minnesota that has been killed. And these clowns will carry around signs with their picture on them, like they're some martyrs, like George Floyd, promising more unrest. You don't negotiate with crazy. You don't. And that goes for the mayor and the governor of Minnesota and Minneapolis. You don't negotiate with terrorists. You don't negotiate with the devil. You destroy them. That's why I only align myself with conservative-minded people that's going to have my back, because I'm going to have theirs. And I don't venture out from that at all. Now, when I'm on my job, I got to do my job, and I don't care who you are. I'm gonna do my job, be professional. But as soon as I'm done with that, I don't want to be around any leftists. I don't want to be around any Democrats. I don't want to be around any Marxists. I don't want to be around any communists. Period. It may be one or two live right down the street. They right down the street. They ain't up in here. They ain't nowhere around me. Period. I may see one or two in the store. And you best bet, in Alabama, you come with this buffoonery in public. And listen, I've been in law enforcement. I communicate with a handful of law enforcement people now. As long as you within the law and doing the right thing, you're not gonna get away with that crap in Alabama, dude. You're not gonna get away with that nowhere around here. Period. Period. Bar none. I just saw where President Trump welcomes, I guess that's Nicki Minaj and some financial guy, and it's called Giving Kids a Chance at Financial Freedom. I think that's going to be a good thing. I think that's going to be a good thing. It's almost like accounts set up for the kids, so they won't have a bad start. You think about it now. You know, a kid graduated high school. You either go to college, uh, try to go out there in the world, or sponge off your parents for 2 or 3 years till you get yourself straight. And I think financially that'll give kids a heads up, at 18 to 25, and put them on the right path. I think that's a beautiful, beautiful idea. So that's what's different about Trump, man. He thinks outside the box. He's playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers, man, and that's why he's my president, and I love him. Um, that's pretty much that. It on that. I'm not. The rest of that is good. Get back to my conversation. What else happened yesterday? um, Not too much newsworthy. Did I mention that Elaine Omar had some crazy? Yeah, I did mention that. Spray some stuff on him. These leftists, man, and I hate to keep beating a dead horse, but we some way some and listen. If the conservatives had the same mindset as these liberals, there won't be no liberals left. There won't be any left, because I know plenty of conservatives who will have taken a lot of them out. Especially, they wouldn't start at the bottom. They would have started at the top and did a lot of taking out. But see, we don't do that as conservatives. We believe in God, and I think that's the key. That's the difference between a conservative-minded person, a person who lives their life conservatively. We are God-fearing individuals, and the Marxists, leftists, they're evil. They're anti-God, or as the great Vince Ellison said, anti-Christian bigots. We have that grace that won't allow us to go out and shoot and kill these folks. God created them, and we're gonna leave it up to Him. Now, I will say, in my opinion, and listen, my opinion don't mean a bag of baloney right now, but He meaning our Lord and Savior really, really, really needs to come and handle a few things. We said that during COVID, and a lot of people said, well, COVID is going to get rid of a lot of bad people. Got rid of a lot of bad people. Got rid of a lot of good people. COVID was, in my opinion, a page out of the Democratic playbook. Will it be proven? I doubt it. But you can't tell me going into that 2020 election, you got COVID. You got so many evil and criminal things being done, all in that little short period of time. And these same evil people, if you spoke out, if you talked up, well, they was gonna get you, either financially or your freedom. They was gonna get you. Scary times, dude. Scary times. And those 4 years, I have to say that evil ruled not only our country, but evil ruled this planet. The devil was winning. Now it's more than just a president election. It's way more than that to say, okay, we're back on track. We're winning. It's a lot more. But I'm gonna tell you this. I want you to think about this. I want you to think about the COVID era, the 2020 election, and all that surrounding that. All of it that was in this country and around the globe. I want you to think in 2024, if that woman Kamala Harris is elected as leader of this free world, leader of the free world, where would we be? I don't think there's a book in the Bible that we could compare how bad it would have been. And I mean globally. There's no book in the Bible, no situation in the Bible that would have equaled the devastation and the torment that we, and I'm talking about we as human beings, would have suffered. And I want you to hear me out. This is no conspiracy theory. This right here is just the way I feel. So for 4 years, everything evil you can think about, everything evil you can think about, whether it's theft of your money, whether it's LBGTQ gay shit pushed on you, pushed on your children, pushed in the community, transgenderism pushed on our community, on our children, babies being slaughtered every day. Think about it. You give that evil 4 more years of power, and everybody in the world, all of the nations are bowing down to that ideology, that Marxist ideology. And where will we be? I don't want to think about it, but we came pretty damn close. Now it was a overwhelming landslide, in my opinion, which tells me there's a lot more good people in this country than there are bad people. But if they had cheated just like they did, and I think there was more measures in place to prevent them from cheating, like they did in 2020 or 2019 or whenever it was. But if they had cheated and got away with it, where would we be? There's nothing in the Bible that would have equal our destruction. Nothing. And as I'm looking at this newscast, man, and I think it's Marco Rubio, Secretary of State. Um, he's testifying on the Venezuela situation, and you have Democrats, you have Republicans asking questions. If you watch, I don't watch TikTok, but if you watch TikTok and Twitter and YouTube, and you see these crazy freaks, these liberal Marxist freaks, it's no different watching these some bitches in Congress. Yeah, they got on a nice suit and got on some pins, But they're just as fucking retarded as these goddamn motherfuckers on TikTok. Excuse my language, y'all. I've been getting a potty mouth here lately. But, and I can't allow evil to take me there, but Lord, Jesus is just so hard, man. It's just so hard. And I can't watch these. I can't watch these dishonest jerks, man. I can't. What else is going on in the world? Friend of mine, he has a biblical conservative podcast. Um, I think on YouTube and Rumble. Not sure if he's on any other platform other than YouTube and Rumble, but um, he is why when I do my podcast, this is what you get. I'm in front of my device, whether it's my camera, whether it's my phone, whether it's my computer. I'm talking. I download it, edited it, and upload. I don't subscribe to any streaming services, and I know it's pretty. You can put up dual screens and show this and show that. I know that all that's beautiful. That's the streaming platforms and the social media world today. It is, other than just seeing some bearded black man talking via his camera. But I refuse because this Joker not only lost a lot of money. All his platforms got hacked. All of his information got hacked, and I don't think he had Lifeline. So I don't know how he's going to recover. Hopefully, he's got some stashed underneath his mattress or in the vault somewhere, because they hit him pretty damn hard. There was some kind of fraudulent. It's some middleman you go through to operate with these streaming services, and they took him down through there, and my heart goes out to him. Hopefully, he can bounce back. But listen, that's the main reason I tell y'all, the one or two people who will listen to this. That's why I don't do uh, certain things. I don't go certain routes because I know everything ain't on up and up. I know this. You know, stop. You can't trust anything or anybody. You just can't. You unless you have firsthand knowledge that a company or somebody you're dealing with is a top notch. They got the 5-star rating or the 10-star rating. Anything other than that, you got to be suspicious. Harvey Lamont Ritchie, I'm always suspicious about everything and everybody. Listen, y'all, I had a free day to open up my camera and say a few things. Nothing important. Just remember, if you like me, boycott the Super Bowl. Keep fighting these damn Marxists, and keep praying, thanking God. Keep that conservative mindset, and just keep pushing. Being strong, man. As always, you guys stay blessed. I love you. I appreciate you. And hit me up. Let's have a conversation. Listen, my number's out there. I can't put it out on um, social media because you'll have every idiot on the planet calling you. But listen, for those who watch this, you know how to get in contact with me. Just holler at me. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about a few things. And I will. Everything's going back. I'm sorry, y'all. Everything is just messed up today. Anyway, I'll see y'all next time. Y'all stay blessed. It didn't click off, dude.